Manus flat on the canvas. We are ready to rock and roll. Second round of action. There is a cut on Manus.
Yeah. Jesus.
Martial arts. Yeah.
Like my man B-Hop, he got dropped out the ring last night. I need a little judo baby. I need me a little judo baby, and let's do it, Ron. Let's hit me up.
I see you were telling me this. You've got a face for radio.
That's got a face for radio.
That's nice.
Martial arts chat.
Martial arts chat.
Hello, welcome to Martial Arts Chat Podcast. This episode is in association with MyMMAnews.com for your number one source of mixed martial arts news. My guest today is MMA fighter, the Caveman, Nills Van Noord. Nills, how are you, sir?
I'm very good. How are you, sir?
I'm hanging in there. Monday morning, coffee. It's all good. Not as good as you are here. You work the nights and then just power right through to the training in the morning. Is that right?
Well, actually, this morning I had a short morning shift from 6 till 9. But usually, sometimes I do. Crazy. In the weekends.
Crazy worlds of the fighters, man. That's it. Titan FC is just round the corner, and we see square off a tough German, Alexander Popek. Just before we get into Titan and things, just firstly, simple question: how's training and how's preparation been ahead of this fight, sir?
Preparation is very, very good. I've never been this in this shape physically and mentally. So I'm very good. I'm ready.
You're feeling good stuff, man. And a few months back, it was announced that you were competing for this WWFC promotion against Frenchman Malik Mourad. Fights now not materialised. Can you maybe close up just a wee bit what happened and how we are things here with Titan?
Yeah, we had some trouble with the promotion, and then Titan FC came with the offer, so we decided to go with them. Simple as.
Let's carry on with Titan. Actually, with Cage Warriors here in the UK, because Cage Warriors is something we do a lot of work for on the podcast, and they're beginning to branch out in Europe. I know they were in Belgium last year, and you were on that card. Maybe not the ideal result, but just out of curiosity, competing for that promotion, Cage Warriors, is it something you want to do again? Maybe compete here in the UK? Is that maybe on your mind?
Yeah, of course. Actually, I'm waiting for another offer. I took the fight against the Italian guy on 1 or 10 days notice.
Right.
Actually, I compete better at light heavyweight than at heavyweight, so yeah. I would love to get another chance with them with enough time to prepare at light heavyweight.
Yeah, it would be awesome to see, and I'm glad they're sort of branching out. It's cool to see guys when we're doing the podcast in the UK, but it's even more awesome when you get more talent from around Europe. It makes things much more interesting, and to have a guy like yourself on one of those future cards, man.
I actually like to fight Lee Chadwick again at light heavyweight on their card. I know he missed weight last time for Cage Warriors, yes. So why he doesn't go up? I mean, I fought him 2 times. One time at middleweight, it was actually too light for me, and one time I beat him on 6 day notice at light heavyweight. So I would love to get another chance against him.
I got a chance to meet Lee. He was up in Scotland when he was fighting for ACB. And yeah, man, like competing in middleweight, when I met him in person, I was just like shaking his hand going, how do you make middleweight, man? You're huge. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I believe he walks around heavier than I am. So
yeah, you go, exactly, mate.
He's a monster.
Big boy, for sure. Let's get to your opponent then here, which is Alexander Popek. He gets the rounds in over at MMA Masters in the US. Are you familiar with the German fighter? Have you had a chance to check him out and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I check him out. I follow him on Instagram. He looks like a hard worker. I actually know him personally because we fought on the same card at Euro FC, and we talked a bit there, and we hang around a bit there. So I know him. He's a nice guy, but in the ring, it's all business.
Of course. How do you rate him? How do you rate his skills and his threats that he might possess?
He's a good stand-up fighter with good takedown defense, heavy-handed. So going to be a nice fight.
Going to make for an interesting fight for sure. The Caveman. Interesting name. How does the Caveman come into your life, mate?
Actually, UFC 2 fighter Remco Pardoel. I don't know if you're familiar with him. I trained BJJ with him, and in the past I was just a wild guy in the gym also, and also because I missed one of my front teeth, he decided to call me Caveman, and
and it's just stuck ever since. Very good, mate.
Yeah.
Very good. The Netherlands, obviously, martial arts. You, for ignorant people like myself, you associate it. You think Netherlands, you think kickboxing. So I guess I'm going to ask the ignorant question: kickboxing. Is that how you got started? Is that how you got involved in this crazy world of mixed martial arts?
Oh well, actually, I started with grappling and did kickboxing 1 year after. I started grappling when I was 14, and started kickboxing when I was 15 with the Chakariki team.
And is it always? If I sound stupid, just tell me. But like, is it? I imagine it's on every corner. Something like kickboxing in the Netherlands, particularly in Amsterdam, because it's, you know, we think of it as like one of the homes, one of the pioneer places. Is it as popular as what I'm led to believe?
It is very popular. A lot of kickboxing gyms, but also a lot of bad kickboxing gyms.
Right.
You need to know the places to go to.
Yeah, that's it. You can clue me up.
Because some people in Amsterdam, they think if they have put on gloves like 2 times, they are a teacher.
Sure, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've met plenty of them. That's it. They're an expert after one class, right? It's that kind of school.
Yeah.
Training at a Team Schreiber for yourself. I mean, Bob Schreiber, what a pioneer he is in the sport. But tell us maybe a typical training day for yourself now, because I know you train with Stefan Struve, right? What's a day in the life like?
Stefan Struve is one of my main training partners. Yeah, we spar and we roll a lot. But I also train with the guys of Timo Sassi in their own gym. I train with the guys of Cops Gym in the center. I spar there a lot. And I do some training at Mike's gym. So I don't only train at Team Schreiber, but at Team Schreiber I do a lot of training with Stefan, a lot of pad work with Bob. So that's what I do.
Wow, man! So you're getting mat time in every day. It sounds like, right? Is that a typical week for yourself?
I still work full times, but a typical training week is like 8 to 10 sessions a week. Yeah.
Holy moly, man! Outstanding. Puts me to shame. I'm out just now with a meniscus tear. I can't even go on the jiu-jitsu mats, and just getting fat now makes me sick.
Yeah, I understand.
It's horrible. I'll be back after Christmas for sure. Fantastic. Now, some of our listeners have got in touch and wanted to ask you some questions. Are you okay to hang around and answer some of those?
Of course.
I've got some from Facebook. Let's see. We've got Marvin Hallstrom who says, Bellator have signed a lot of European talent recently. I'm surprised you weren't one of them. Is fighting in Bellator something you'd like to do?
Yeah, we actually had some contact with the Bellator matchmaker, and he has showed interest. And there are some rumors they're coming to Amsterdam, so maybe I will fight there.
So they're looking to maybe do a show out in the Netherlands. That's amazing, man. That would be certainly branching out from what they usually do, which is, to be honest, it's not even the UK. They usually
nothing is official, but that are the rumors that are going, and they have me in their database, so they know me and they've shown interest.
That'd be awesome.
So probably we can work something out. Yeah,
definitely, for sure. Let's see what else we got. Miko Anders. I'm going to be in Amsterdam for a few weeks in January. Where would you recommend good places to train BJJ? Good places to train BJJ.
Oh, I don't train in BJJ myself. Yeah, I do ground fighting, but no BJJ. In Purmerend, you got BJJ Purmerend. You got Gracie Barra, of course, in my gym. They're good. I suggest you go there. Yeah.
Check it out, Miko. Nigel Ust saw a video of you recently sparring with Musashi. In your opinion, just how good is he?
Musashi is a class apart. He can tire you out without even punching or kicking. Just the pressure he has is amazing. Yeah, I never trained with a guy that with that skill set.
I find it fascinating that he spent most of his early part of his career light heavyweight, and now he's like, what is he, like 30, 31? He's moved into middleweight and just dominated. I mean, that fight with Rory McDonald, like, absolute. I know Rory was moving up in weight, but man, he just looks better than ever. I'm a big fan of the Moose. He puts the pressure on, right?
Yeah, well, what he said, he's a class apart. He just has so much fight IQ. It's not normal, man.
Have you ever seen him smile?
Yeah. He's a nice guy. He smiles a lot. Not on the shows or anything, but in personal life, yes, he does.
That's good, man. Samantha Deney. Oh, here's a good one. Who is the greatest kickboxer of all time? Ernesto Hus, Peter Arts, or Ramon Dekkers?
That's a hard one.
That's tough.
Yeah, and of these three, I'm the biggest fan of Peter Arts, just because of the person he is. But I think, of greatness, I think Ramon is the best. Yes.
Yeah, Ramon is legend for sure. All great kickboxers, man. Ernesto Hus, obviously not forget as well. Now, it's a massive thank you for your time on the show today, sir. Before I let you go, I just wanted to give you the chance to shout out maybe some sponsors or associates, family, friends, that kind of thing. Anyone you like. The floor is yours, sir.
Well, I don't have any sponsors at the moment, so if some sponsors are listening, contact me on Facebook, Nills Van Noord. And for the rest, I'd like to thank Team Scriber for my training, and hope you all watch my fight at Titan FC next week, Friday.
Can't wait, man. Now, it's the Caveman Van Noord. Thank you again for your time, sir. Best of luck, Titan.
Thank you,
51. Awesome stuff from the Caveman. Can't wait for that fight. And would love to see him and Lee Chadwick do it again. It'd be a great fight for Cage Warriors, I'm sure. Cage Warriors 100 was this past week. And some outstanding performances there too. Reese McKee, who we had on the show last week, made his debut and got the TKO finish at Jefferson George. Scott Boom Boom Malone continues to look ever impressive, gets a sub over Josh Reed, and Scott's finally getting what he deserves. Professional opponents that don't pull out top fights and top finishes. A title shot's got to be next for Scotland's Boom Boom, you would think. The main event really lived up to the hype. Jack Shore, Mike Eckendale, two undefeated bantamweights going for the title. Instant classic. Go check it out, man. Cage Warriors 100, what a show. We're back live tonight on the podcast. It's on the roundtable, answering your fan questions, and looking forward to that. So thanks for listening, guys. If you've liked this episode, be sure to subscribe on iTunes. Search for Martial Arts Chat. You can like us on facebook.com/Martial Arts Chat, or if you want, follow me on Twitter. I'm at Martial Arts Chat. Still not got the Instagram, working on it, just lazy. Remember, also, we'll be discussing UFC 231 tonight on the podcast, amongst other things, of course, from this past weekend. So send me your questions and comments to the panel. Got some great guests on tonight. Purely MMA's Matthew Penny will be returning, as will Darren Kinlock from the IMPKP podcast. We'll also have Chris Allen on from MMA Fight Bible as well, and I believe the always awesome Kevin Jones will be making an appearance from the main event as well. Finally, just a quick shout out to our sponsors, A1 Fight Gear. A1 Fight Gear use the latest cutting edge boxing gloves for professional and amateur fighters, gym enthusiasts and kickboxers, so local and national gyms in the UK. Do yourselves a favour, go check out a1fightgear.com. And if you're wanting to get into shape, get back into shape, then go to beastgear.co.uk, use the coupon code MartialArtsChat, and if you do that, you'll save 15% off your purchases. They've got core sliders, straps and barbell pads, all sorts of strength and conditioning programs to suit your needs at different levels. I mean, hit Ben up. Ben, I've done my meniscus in, and I've got a beer belly turning into a keg. Beast gear. I need to beast my goals. My goal is not to get fat. Finally, we're also sponsored by MMATakeover.com. For the real MMA rankings, go to MMATakeover.com or visit them on Facebook or on Twitter. I'm John Boy McElroy, and I'll catch you tonight on the Martial Arts Chat podcast.
Change your heart.